welcome or welcome back. If you haven't been here before, what in the world are you doing? Hit the subscribe button. I need help getting to my goal of 500 subscribers before the end of the month, and that's in like a couple of days. It's coming up soon. My name is Mary, and I'm so happy to have you here. Today, we're going to be talking about my beginner sewer projects. Now that may mean that they're beginner sewer projects that maybe you could do. I'm not sure. I'll tell you that I haven't sewn since 7th grade home economics class, and the only skills that I had before going on this journey of sewing was I could sew in a straight line and I could set up the sewing machine, which I suppose is a pretty helpful first step. If you're interested in learning how to upcycle thrifted items with minimal to zero prior experience, then maybe watching this video will give you the confidence that you need. I'm not going to be teaching anything in today's video. I fear this is mostly for entertainment purposes, so buckle in and let's go. And sometimes you're at the thrift store and you find something that you just love the fabric of. That was my case. The first thing I found years ago. Years and years and years ago. But I was attracted to the fabric like a moth attracted to the light. It's this skirt. It's a faux suede and it has a almost tooled leather effect. Seriously, check it out. It's so cool. And this skirt was so simple in the silhouette that I thought, well, I could probably just sew straight up the side. And so that's what I did, but I have, well, I guess it's not quite a secret if I tell you, but I have a secret. I was a little camera shy. I said, I really want to show people that they can do it. I want to show people that they too can sew the things that they want to sew. But I thought, actually, I don't know if I can do it. I got a little embarrassed. So I sewed the skirt by myself off camera. I'm so sorry, but hey, it was successful. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And it turned out so well. And it was the perfect thing to do for the first item on my sewing journey. Look at what I did. But sometimes I'll be at the thrift store and something will catch my eye and I'll absolutely love it, but I can tell that either something is wrong with it, it's not quite the silhouette that I want, or perhaps it simply doesn't fit. I thrifted these pants and they're cooler than a velvet. The only way that I know how to describe these pants is, you know, when you pet velvet pants, they're super soft one way, but then you go to pet them the other way and you're like, ugh, like that. Yeah. These pants, you can pet them both ways and they're soft both ways. So it's like, it looks like velvet and it has a really cool texture, but it's cooler than velvet because you don't have any negative experience with the texture of the pants like you do sometimes when you're wearing velvet pants. I'm wearing velvet pants right now, so I know. I'm like, ooh, gross. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. Gross. Nice. You know what I mean? And okay, I have the pants and I'm excited to sew them. I'm gonna sew them up the crotch, essentially. The inseam, I would love to take these and sew them from like here to like about mid-knee. because I still want them to be pretty flare. Like as of right now, they're kind of straight cut, and I want them to be tighter and have more of like a va-va-voom look. Do I know anything about taking pants in? No, but it seemed like the easiest option considering the other side has the belt loops and the pockets involved, and I don't even really need to take it in that much. So there's a possibility that I just totally ruined these pants because I've never done anything like this before. With the skirt, I mean, I've sewn a straight line that seems pretty straightforward to me, which is why I kept the easiest one for first. But this one might be a little bit difficult. We hope that it worked and that I can replicate it on the second side. Let's try them on. I sewed the left side. Wait a second. No, I sewed the right side. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it did work, but you can see where I sewed it in. And I also was very conservative with the amount that I sewed in, and I didn't sew it in enough. I cannot tell you how many times I seam ripped up the side of these pants. Was it once? I don't think so. Twice? Definitely not. 3 times? No. I think it was upwards of 5 times that I sewed up the inseam of these pants, decided it wasn't correct, and seam ripped it out. Well, I really did it this time. Here are the pants. And as you can see, I wanted them to be kind of like a fit and flare look. But for some reason, there's like some extra material here. So when I wear them, it makes like obviously a little wrinkle. And so I'm thinking that if I seam rip here and maybe cut some of the fabric out and like sew it back up so that it lays flat. Because this leg here is my treble leg. It's not sewn yet. I did the same thing. I put the edges all the way together at the bottom, and I flattened it out on the top. Hi, Frankie. I flattened it out on the top, and there's still like extra fabric. So I think that's because I want to do like a very specific, thank you, Frankie. I think that's because I want to do a very specific shape. And honestly, I don't know shit about shit. I'm just a sewing journey. It was really helpful for me to have a project to distract me from my original project. So when I got fed up with the pants not working, I moved on to this Coldwater Creek thrifted white tank top. So I have this cute little Coldwater Creek tank top, and I want to just make it fit better. Honestly, here, you need a better angle. Okay, here's a better angle. I just want it to fit better. Like, just better all over. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it in on the sides. Like, I don't even think that I need to do anything literally except for pin it on the sides like that. And then I also want to crop it. So when I wear these pants, these are like a really good example that it sits like probably like right about there. So I'm gonna do that. Every single time I grab this to wear it with an outfit, I'm finding myself wishing that it was fitted, like literally every single time. So let's go do it. I think I'm probably gonna work on this and see if it makes me happier than the pants are currently making me. Because you're not making me happy. Let's grab white. Did I show you my cute little sewing box yet? I couldn't help it. Here's the white thread. Looks like the correct shade of white. But first, the bobbin. If you were my phone, this is what you would be looking at as I look up for probably the 5th time how to load the thread onto my bobbin, which is hilarious because I've literally sewed with this machine several times now and I still forget step 1. Always have these theories in my mind about why something is at the thrift store, and I really thought that this was at the thrift store because even though it's an extra small, it fits more like a small or a medium. This was an easy fix. We sewed up the sides, cropped it, and called it a day. Oh my gosh, I'm in the car because I have an idea. I'm gonna go to the thrift store. I've got the pants and I'm gonna look for a pair of pants to use as fabric. And I've fully cut up the side here and I'm going to insert a different flavor of fabric in there because it will look cool and I think it will solve the wrinkle issue. Also, there's something else that I kind of want to sew, and it requires a sweater. Oh my God, shut the front door. I'm wearing the pants right now, but you have to wait to see them until the end when I style everything, but this is our next project. So my brain was thinking about pretty much a mile a minute now that I successfully completed a tank top. What other things could I upcycle from the thrift store? And the possibilities were just going wild up there. But the one thing that I couldn't stop thinking about was a balaclava. And I thought, you know what? They all kind of look like sweater material because people either knit or crochet them. But why couldn't I just get a knit or crocheted sweater from the thrift store, cut it up, and make a balaclava myself, right? The thrift god said, well, what about this sweater? And you know something else that I didn't even think of, which means like literally the possibilities are endless, is I could find a sweater that already had a hood. I thought, why don't I just cut this hood off, take the strips from the bottom of the sweater and make those the little tie portions and make myself my own little balaclava. That's exactly what I did. I added some pom-poms to my balaclava and I think this is maybe something that I could wear. You'll have to let me know how I should style it because now that I made it, I don't actually know what I should wear it with. I guess I'm not expecting them to be perfect, but I'm also expecting them to be perfect. Is that too much to ask? I must admit that I was overly confident. I was way overly confident. I thought, at least I can sew a straight line. That's all I need to know how to do. Well, I was wrong. And that was so infuriating to me. You might have a preconceived notion in your mind about how you want your garment to turn out in the end. And simply put, you might just have to totally change that and be fine with that. Impermanence, baby. good pieces for my beginner sewing / beginner thrift store upcycling journey. Do you like how they turned out? And tell me, for the love of heck, how you would style that balaclava, because I still don't know. If you'd like to see another video like this, then like this video so that I know, and also help me get to my goal of 500 subscribers before the end of the month. I think that's all I have for today, so I'm gonna sign off, but I hope to see you in the next one.